All right, here we go. It's Thursday. Whatever day you want to call it. If you got here on Sunday, it's maybe like day 4 or something like that. But for me, it's day 3. I'm going to call it day 3. I know my days are all weird on these recordings, but okay. Walking, as I do, to reInvent. And I am plagued with this question of, why do you go? I mean, we're all thinking about it, right? I've tweeted a lot about like the walking, the insane walking. And, you know, we talk about like the sessions. And if you go to a conference, everyone always talks about, don't go to the conference for the recorded sessions, right? So what are the recorded sessions? Normally there are things like breakout sessions, keynotes, stuff like that, right? So if it's recorded, you know that you can see it later. It'll definitely be up there on YouTube. Now, if it's going to be recorded and it's going to be up there on YouTube, don't go to it while you're here. And then the question is, well, if you're not going to go to breakout sessions, you're not going to go to keynotes, what are you doing here? Well, the answer is very simple. Faces, seeing faces, networking, seeing people that we know, talking to them, asking them, hey, what are you doing in AWS? What are you playing around with? There's so many different services in AWS. There's no way that just one person would be able to get to what they need to get to, right? That's one of the wonders about these conferences, right? Next, when you're coming to reInvent, you have a lot of opportunities to meet things that you didn't know, right? So everybody talks about swag. Do you come to reInvent for swag? No. But you definitely come to reInvent to meet a whole bunch of different product vendors that are out there that you didn't know about. And there are a ton of them. I mean, the only time I would probably meet more vendors that I've never met is probably KubeCon. And I know KubeCon, I know different areas of Kubernetes and different vendors that I use. But at the same time, I don't use them, right? If you don't use them, you don't know about them. If you don't know about them, you should probably learn about them and learn what they're doing differently. I'll learn why something like a startup is doing something different in comparison to, I don't know, like a Cisco or a FortiGate or a Dell or, you know, the big boys out there. Once you understand this, then you can go back and say, okay, cool. Maybe I should take a look at what they're doing. Maybe I should try to figure out how we can start utilizing that in our enterprise environment. Another reason that we always talk about things like reInvent is the people that you get to talk to with the problems that you have. So there's like a Meet the Experts booth. That's awesome. Is it a replacement for people on the community? No. But it's still really awesome. And then there's like other areas where they want to talk about the different things with AWS. I mean, sometimes it's just great to nerd out, right? Being able to go over and say, oh, so that's what a snowball looks like. Oh, that's what a snow cone looks like. Oh, that's what, you know, AWS outputs posts look like. That's powerful. That's powerful for people in IT because at the end of the day, we don't know what we don't know. But most importantly, we don't see it either. We really don't see it because we're remote most of the time. And we are losing a large amount of the personal touch as well as the infrastructure touch to a degree. I don't think a lot of people want to be in the data center, but it is still cool to be there. Another thing is the announcements are very cool. The announcements yesterday were around AI and ML. Not my cup of tea, but they're really awesome. And so, talking about these announcements, talking about AI and ML, you know, talking about geospatial machine learning, that stuff is going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of interesting use cases that are going to come out of it. Am I going to know all of them? No. But I'm going to find someone. I'm going to find someone that uses TensorFlow, that was interested in machine learning and geospatial space, and talk to them about what they're trying to figure out. If anyone's wondering what it's like to walk in Vegas, this is what it's like. Stairs. But at the end of the day, with day 3, you got to know what you're here for. I think everybody comes here for different things, right? You come here to try to understand the people, try to understand the tech. So you want to see it, you want to understand at the end, you want to come out more equipped, right? If you're a vendor, a VAR, or whatever, you want to meet customers, right? That's a big deal. If you're a customer, you want to meet vendors and VARs. And if you're a person in a career, you want to just see what you can do in that space. Escalators. Those are awesome too. So let's talk about the parties real quick. I'm not a party guy. Never been. It's just something to... I would much rather have a nice conversation with someone, trying to help them with their life, their journey, than, I don't know, be screaming at some 80s rock band or some DJ or something. It's just, I'm past that. It's not me. Is that for everyone? No. If you want to go party at Replay, go party at Replay. Heck, I know I'll be there. I might not be enjoying myself, but I'll be there. Mainly because I've never been there before. So why not go? Why not see what it's like? And for those that are wondering, so far, I started this video on one side of the Bellagio, and now we're just over here at the corner of Caesar's Palace. Yeah. So going back to walking, it's a lot of walking. Going back to sessions, pick what sessions you're going to go to and focus on different things. I wouldn't focus on the breakouts unless you really want to, but chalk talks would definitely be something to go to. Sometime where you can like get in front of someone, see what they're building, and ask some questions about it. I spoke about AWS gyms yesterday. Those are also awesome. Really getting them steps. Also, the things about all of these different areas that we learn from in IT and we build in IT needs to continue to grow, right? So what am I trying to mean by this? You know, like I was talking about earlier, talking to different people, learning where they're coming from, what they're doing. There's so many nuances between that, right? Oh, so you're building an EC2. I'm building an EC2 too. But to say that one EC2 instance is the same as all the others would be a very big fallacy. A lot of AWS people would jump up and scream, including all of the people that create more EC2 sizes for us to memorize for another certification exam. Appreciate that, AWS. These are all things that we do in reInvent. So anyway, here we are, walking by Caesar's Palace, and I still got half a mile more to go. That's fine. We'll do the steps. I got comfy shoes. We'll do the sessions. I want to learn new things, and we'll meet people, because people here are awesome. And above all this stuff, it's just, man, it feels good to see an IBM banner up here in the middle of the Vegas Strip. I don't ever see an IBM banner. I don't ever see a HashiCorp banner. I don't ever see a Cohesity banner, a Cisco banner, a Citrix banner. But now I see them all, and I feel seen. So that's all. Just a little bit of insights as I'm walking down the streets of Las Vegas. Y'all have a good one.